Friends, Romans, and Patriots, blah, blah, blah. We've done that one, that fucking beginning for a while, have we? How you guys doing tonight? This is the Gay Frog Chat / 2A Taco Tuesday with E Honda and friends. And as always, I am your host, the Honda, E Honda. E Honda 720. Remember when I was 720?
I do.
And then you try to find me on fucking Google or whatever. Oh shit, dude, my fucking phone is going crazy. Was that you that just sent me? You sent me $1.
It went through?
It went through.
Okay, then I'm going to send you the rest right now.
All right, buddy.
Since it fucking works.
My phone was like, like.
All right, let's see.
So I didn't make the fucking stream. You're supposed to make the stream 30 minutes before the stream starts. And I didn't fucking do that. I did it like 10 minutes before the fucking stream started. So I don't think anyone got notifications until literally just now. And everyone's getting here from the other chats, I'm assuming. How's it going, everybody?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Soulless ginger. You are a ginger. You have no soul.
You better tell me the minute that shows up.
Never enough ammo's here. Holy shit.
Wow.
I just see Tactical Muffin Tops linking to the last minute.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, he's doing the show today. Oh,
I usually do it before Honda's on Tuesday. I've just been
well, yeah, that's true. Okay. It's so hard to keep up with the shows. Yeah. Everybody's shows.
Yeah, Matt does like 8 times a day, and then the rest of us get whatever the scraps are left.
Well, we used to remember during COVID when you did your fucking show, and then you also did the news show. What was the news show called again? Hasty Headlines.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am here. I'm just on the other side of the room, but I can hear y'all.
So yeah, you were doing Hasty Headlines like fucking 5 days a week or whatever. And then you were doing your show like fucking 3 days a week or something. I forget how many days you were doing yours. And then I was doing mine 2 days a week. And then fucking you'd hop on Yankees chat. Like, dude, you were doing so many fucking chats there for a while.
Yeah, that lasted about 2 years.
You chat ho, man.
And then I was burnt the fuck out.
Dude, I get burnt out doing like 3 a week.
Dude, you do 1 a week.
Yeah, I'm saying if I do three chats a week, I'm like, fuck this. Okay. I don't want to do it.
I can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
but during lockdowns,
like,
everyone
chats and not be like all upset. Like, I don't know. If it was like my job, you know, like this is the only thing that I do, and this is how I make my money, and I don't have to work, and all I do is like wake up and look at headlines and go to the gym and ride motorcycles and show up to the chat and fucking do things.
Like Yankee.
Dude, oh, by the way, I don't know what I did. I don't know when this happened, but I just found out before the chat today that I'm blocked on Yankees chat somehow.
I guarantee you that was what's his fuck.
What did you say? FNH?
Oh, no one.
Yeah, Mr. FNH. Is he a fucking mod again?
Oh, no, Yankee
was. And if Yankee doesn't know to check, because he did that to a bunch of people that had to fucking tell Yankee, hey, can you unblock me? Because FNH, that douchebag, fucking blocked me. Yankee did eventually block him and kick him out of fucking chat, but he did a lot of damage before then.
He finally took his mod status away after the shit he was saying about me and other people were complaining. So Yankee finally took his mod status away and banned him.
No, Yankee told me he just fucking hates status.
I don't know, man. So I was watching Yankees chat. I haven't been over there for a minute, obviously, because I don't know when I got blocked. I'm not sure when that was. I haven't been over there to watch a chat in months. You know what I mean? And I just stopped over to like, actually it was because I fucking made the link for this chat late, and I knew that no one was going to get a link, and I know that a bunch of people who watch Yankees chat also watch me. So I went over to Yankees chat to be like, hey everybody, like I'm still doing a chat, like come on over. And I was like, why is no one responding to me?
Yankees like, hell no.
And then I reloaded the fucking page, and all of my messages were gone. And I wasn't even like cussing or anything. You know, it was just like, hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah.
So all of those were gone. And then, yeah, for sure I'm blocked over there. 100%. But Mr. FNH, what a fucking faggot. Like, seriously. Like, what a fucking faggot that you have nothing else going on in your life but to be a YouTube mod on fucking live chat channels, and you're so upset about losing your mod status that you go ballistic in every way that you possibly can against people, which is not much, by the way, because the extent of your power is, by the way, a YouTube mod. And he's a welder who makes fucking $12 an hour or whatever. Fucking faggot.
He wanted to watch the cat unless he's a mod.
Authority. I have authority.
Yeah, that's why, because he's a fucking faggot welder who makes. I'm sorry if anyone's a welder out there who makes $12 an hour because he's a faggot.
Sometimes they're straight.
Just him though. Like other welders are cool.
There are straight welders. I'm sure there's some trans welders too.
There's probably
and I'm sure there's some fucking Muslim jihadi welders. And here's the thing: they're all less of a faggot than Mr. FNH is.
YouTube mod today. President
Leave
tomorrow.
FNH alone.
Yeah,
Leave him alone.
What's so
Leave him
special,
alone.
he acts like being a mod's, you know, fucking the end all be all.
He's a second coming.
But
Not
here's
of Christ.
something I
He just
didn't know.
comes. You know.
Like I always thought that, like Yankee would vote for Trump if his vote mattered, right? Like, as in his state, like there's just so fucking left leaning liberal that he could vote for Trump twice if he wanted to, and it wouldn't make a fucking difference, you know. So therefore, he voted for Gary Johnson, or whoever the fucking independent, you know, person is, to give them more clout or whatever in the future, and say, hey, they got this many votes. Cool, I get it. But I was watching him today, and he's got Trump derangement syndrome. Yankee has TDS. Yankee has full-blown fucking... It's not HIV, dude. He's got AIDS. He's got full-blown fucking Trump derangement syndrome. Not just a little bit, a lot.
Oh, no.
I don't think it ever went away with him, though.
What's that?
He's always had, you know, Trump derangement syndrome.
Well, no, I'm saying that I didn't think that he did before. Maybe it's just me and I didn't realize it. Like I know that he said things about Trump that he didn't like, and he calls Trump out for the things that he does but my thought on it was like the thing that he cares about the most is the Second Amendment, and compared to fucking Kamala Harris, Trump's a fucking saint when it comes to the Second Amendment. So therefore, voting wise would make sense to only vote for Trump in that instance. But he's on his chat advocating to 150, 200 people live on a chat that they should fucking not vote for Trump because he's a piece of shit and he wants power and Elon Musk is bad and all of these. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is in the water, bro? Like, what have you guys been doing up there in fucking Washington or whatever? Just like,
well, we all know Yankee used to be a hardcore fucking liberal. Like, he was really bad, and he started pulling away and got a little better.
Kamala loves guns now. She owns one. She said it.
Yeah, she talked about shooting home intruders in her house.
Yeah, I saw that. And it seems like he's just he's reverting now back to his old ways.
well, I mean, Kamala Harris hasn't come out with very many policy positions. There's only been a few.
And they were
I think like
Trump's.
3, actually. And one of the 3 policy positions that she's come out with is that she wants to do a full-on assault weapons ban.
And take our guns.
And a buyback within her first 100 days.
Yep.
Yep.
Which makes no sense, but
You can't buy back what you never owned.
Ooh. Got him.
The real trouble is I did a background check on the government, and they don't pass.
Yep.
So what the fuck is Yankee on about? That Trump's so bad that he's gonna fucking advocate for like anything but Trump, which means Kamala Harris. I mean, if Trump doesn't win, it's not like there's like somehow the stars are going to align and fucking like you can say an incantation in the mirror 3 times, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice,
Big
and then
smiles.
fucking like the somehow Kennedy wins or something. I don't fucking know.
Well, one could argue that Trump did more against gun rights than the Biden administration did in 4 years with the bump stock ban.
Well, that's just because they have dementia.
Yeah. Yankee did say, they're his allies, so he's an ally to them.
I'm an ally.
Does anyone watch fucking Yankee who's in here still? Like you used to watch the shit out of him, didn't you?
Not his live shows, but sometimes I catch a video he'll do about.
No, I'm talking to
that
Ginger.
gun.
Sorry.
Yeah, I used to watch
Well,
it
that's me
all the
still,
time.
so you got to say
I
that.
catch a show every now and then, but back when I was trying to raise some money for one of my dogs. You know, some people said some shit, and Yankee. I go in there every once in a while, basically. But he's gotten to the point where, like he used to be, and it's just hard to watch him.
I mean, do you watch the live shows or do you watch like the regular videos?
No, I'll catch a live show every once in a while. I used to watch a live shows all the time.
What about you, Matt? You used to go in. You still go in there for a chat every now and again, don't you?
I was actually on a couple of
Every other Thursday.
Do you ever
if he remembers.
Do you ever have like arguments with him about shit, or do you just like keep your mouth shut because you know it's
like we
Yankee and
had-
it's just gonna go like Yankee style?
I feel like we had one last time I was on, but I don't remember what it was about, honestly.
Oh no, y'all did, because I remember you talking about how y'all got into a spat when you came over to your chat.
Yeah, but I don't remember what it was about, honestly.
Was it because you're prettier than he is?
Probably.
Nice. I figured it out. Crack the code.
See, how much blame can you put on Trump for the bump stock ban? The NRA is the one that's told him that was okay to do. Now, we all know Trump's not like a diehard freaking conservative. He's a liberal from 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So what's a liberal from 20 years ago going to do when the NRA says, oh, yeah, nobody gives a shit about those. Go ahead and, throw him a bone.
He still gets 70% of the blame.
That's just like him having his advisors for the COVID thing. Okay, he didn't know anything about infectious disease, anything like that, so he went with what the experts said. Okay, he's not super two-way oriented, so he thinks that NRA is, the voice of the two-way. We all know they're cucks, okay? He didn't know that, now he fucking knows.
I mean, Trump made lots of mistakes, I think, because he was surrounded by people who were from the swamp. He had people who he thought he could work with, the people who were entrenched in the government, rather than fight against all of them. He thought he could use some of them in his own administration, and it turned out that basically every single one of them was a poison apple.
Yep.
That he had so many bad people in his administration that he had to get rid of, and by the end of it, like, he got rid of so many fucking people, like, he finally had shit cleaned up, I think, by the end of his administration, but by that point, like,
he was still listening to the wrong people, though.
Well, they cheated him out of the fucking election. We all know they did. 100% they fucking did. And anyone who says that they didn't is just a believer in propaganda. And just know that anyone, when you say like, oh, Trump got 2020 stolen from him, and they like get all fucking indignant, or they laugh, or whatever it is that they say, like to fucking counter it, just know that they have drank the fucking Kool-Aid, and that they have been, I was thinking about this earlier today, actually. Like, getting frustrated, getting angry at these people for not fucking seeing the truth, right? And the thing is, I think we've all been there. We've all been at that point. And for me, I mean, I have to go back to literally 1992.
That's when I was born, baby.
Because I've been awake for a really long time to the fact that the government has been a bad fucking thing, and they lie to you, and the media lies to you, and that, like, whatever the real story is, they're not telling you, like, that's been apparent to me since after fucking Waco. And it wasn't until years after Waco, actually. So it's not like I woke up in 92, but that was the event. That was the last time that the propaganda worked on me. That was the last time that, like, when the people who were being oppressed by the government died, I cheered for it. Regrettably, I'm ashamed about that. But at the same time, I was the victim of government propaganda. I believed what the media was saying to me. I was innocent of any fucking conclusions that I came to, because the information that was being spoon-fed to me wasn't true. And it wasn't until years later that when I looked into it, I realized how fucking spoon-fed and fake that information was that was being fed to us on a daily basis, on a 24/7 fucking news cycle. That was the first 24-hour news cycle, by the way. That was the first time that ever happened.
Was it
really? That was the first time really that I can remember fucking being interested in a news story. Because how long was that standoff? Anyone remember?
60 days.
Yeah, it was like 2 fucking months. So every day you'd wake up, you drink your milk and get ready for school. And there's a live stream in Waco, Texas, of these fucking Branch Davidians who are like antichrist fucking, wackos or whatever. And the guy, David Koresh, thinks he's Jesus and did all this shit. I'm not saying he was a good guy, right? He probably did some bad shit, but he certainly wasn't the fucking demon that they painted him out to be. I guarantee you.
No,
that.
if they really wanted to get his ass, they could have got him either going to town or coming back from town. They didn't have to wait until he was back into the fucking compound.
They had to make a statement.
Yeah, because they were trying to make up for what they did at Ruby Ridge. That clusterfuck. That's why they had the camera crews and stuff there, the news, because they were gonna, try to make up for that. But then it turned out to be more of a shit show than Ruby Ridge.
But I don't know, man. Like, my point is, though, that we've all been there. We all have at one point in our life, and some of us woke up a long time ago, and some of us just haven't had that fucking that blue pill moment or whatever,
Yep.
And I think the correct answer when dealing with these people isn't to get angry at them. It's to just offer them the blue pill. And if they don't take it, they don't take it. You can't make them take it.
Well, it's called a suppository, Honda. You sure could.
And if
You mean red?
you offer them
you
the
mean
blue
red pill?
if you offer them the blue pill and they don't take it, you know that they're still part of the matrix. And I love this
You mean red pill?
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was the red pill. The blue pill is the state.
Oh, well, you know what I fucking meant. God damn it.
So do you mean that Honda would have ended up choosing the wrong pill?
Damn it, Honda gave him the wrong. Now they get both pills.
But wow, this world is so awesome.
Well, thanks for completely losing the point of what I was trying to say.
You're welcome.
Somebody told me once a long time ago, never try to teach a pig to dance. It annoys the pig and the mud gets everywhere. Some people you just can't reach.
That's true, but you can still try though.
Well, the thing is, and hold on, let me hit these super chats real quick, and I'll finish this thought. Daniel says, guaranteed MSNBC is on 24/7 at Yankees. I guarantee it too. He's watching Rachel Maddow fucking masturbating.
Yeah,
that fucking
CNN.
that dude. That's right, Rachel Maddow's a dude. Yeah. Daniel also says, there's bigger shit at risk than 2A in this election. We're in the literal brink of World War III and the Depression. Yankees a dumb fuck. Yep, I agree. Yankees a fucking dumb fuck.
I was going with the depression part, but there you go.
But he's retired and has his money.
Well, the thing is, like, if things get bad, it's going to get bad for everyone. And probably the people who it's going to get worse for are the old people who can't work anymore who thought they were set.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
It doesn't matter how much money you have if there's nothing to buy.
this is also true.
Exactly.
And I'll let you know, our shipping and receiving is not doing very well.
But he already owns his home on the mountain. And there's multiple vehicles. And
You and I can
solar
fucking
generator.
go to work at some shit job and shovel all fucking day or whatever it is and sweat in the sun, like I'm 42 years old and that would suck wholesale ass,
But you could do
but
it.
I'm fucking physically capable of still doing it. 20 years from now, 62-year-old Honda ain't shoveling shit, dog. Like we're done at that point, I think, So yeah, for like people who don't have an option, who think that they're set, if things get bad, they're going to be the ones worst affected by it. Anyway, I don't know, man.
So the ones that they considered allies to the left and stuff, I think they're going to get hit hard too, just simply because they think that just because they support them, that they're going to be in the clear and the safe, but they're going to get fucked over just like the rest of us, and that's really going to knock their dicks in the dirt because they're not prepared.
Shot Red is in the back room.
No, he's in the front room.
Well, I was gonna say, don't be surprised. You're gonna see a lot of people offing themselves too, especially when they can't do certain things or get anything support or all that stuff too.
Very true.
I think one thing a lot of people are forgetting right now, depending on if it's going to be like a grid down scenario or whatever, how many technology addicts we have right now, their smartphones, that are going to be like drug addicts withdrawing as soon as that cuts out.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
right.
Every single person here.
They're all zombified.
Unfortunately, you're right.
You don't think you guys have that too? You don't sit on your phone and look at shit? You don't fucking use it as a fucking pacifier or a crutch or a fucking,
Oh, I'm not saying I don't, but
I'm more of a
I know how to. Well, we know how to entertain. Well, I do. I know how to entertain myself. I can play dominoes, cards, and do all types of stuff. I read.
Hey, man, every time you point a finger, you got fucking 3 of them pointing back at yourself.
Right. I mean, it's not going to bother me if, all the technology goes away tomorrow, because I can remember a time without all this shit. So I survived then, I'll survive after it.
Then look
But
at your
there are
pinky.
people out there that's going to fucking go ape shit for not having it.
Look at your pinky. Is your pinky straight, or do you have a phone dent? A lot of young people have bent pinkies because they're on their phone so much.
Yeah,
My
that or
pinkies
the
are
big
straight.
fucking dents in their heads from wearing the headphones constantly.
Yeah, I've seen that too, where the ridge of their head across their fucking cranium has a little fucking little valley where the fucking headphones have been since they were an infant.
Yeah, because it's very concave. Some of them are really deformed. I was like, Jesus.
Really?
Yeah, I remember there's some famous gamer who like lifts weights and he's all big and stuff. And
Yeah, I remember that guy.
yeah, he's got a fucking big ass. He's got a golf divot in his head.
Yeah, when he's seen, he's like, "What the fuck?"
They shave their head for one reason or another, and they'd never seen it before. Think about Joe Rogan. He's been had headphones on every day for like the past 20 years. I bet you he's got a divot.
Yeah. Also, like Temple.
He's got a beanie. He's got a beanie to cushion that.
Preston Garvey says, "I'll take the red pill if only I wasn't colorblind." What happens if you take both the pills? You take the purple pill.
That's a good question.
You're on that deep sleep.
Yeah, you're high as a kite.
It's Schrodinger's pill.
When's the last time you guys have been for an extended period of time without cell phone service?
Every year when
Define
I go
extended.
hunting,
Well, let's say
Couple weeks. Couple weeks for me.
Yeah.
cell phone
Usually,
service doesn't work where I hunt, so every weekend for deer season.
My phone was off for a day Saturday
He killed himself.
because I didn't pay the bill. I just forgot to pay the bill.
Did you guys hear about this Congress talking about a mass casualty event?
Yes, I did.
No.
Anyone know about what's going on with that? I'm not sure what the actual
No.
deal is, or like I wasn't like the way that it was explained when I was listening to it. I wasn't sure if they were talking about a mass casualty event within the members of Congress itself, or if they were talking about like a city thing or some kind of like actual event. You know
The
what I
way
mean?
I took it was civilian.
Because they had within their plans when they were talking about it, like, okay, like let's say I'm like the senator from Colorado, right? And as senator from Colorado, it would be nice for continuity of government if I picked a vice senator who would step in my stead if I like happen to get murked or whatever, or like die of a heart attack or something unexpectedly. So therefore, you would have an elected official with someone hand selected by that elected official to fill in case there was something that happened in the interim until there could be some sort of an election. That way, continuity of government. Like it's not a big deal if it's like one senator one time has a heart attack, but if it's like a mass casualty event and you have 20 senators or something that all get killed at the same time, like that's kind of a bad thing for the government, right? Like they can't fucking do the thing that they were trying to do, which, I mean, say what you will about that, which I won't say on a live chat, but
Be like that show.
I just dropped it in the
Survivor.
back chat. What they're talking about here? It's a proposed constitutional amendment they're talking about.
well, I'm not going to read it right now. So
I think that's we have contingencies for that. That's what martial law is for.
Basically, the gist of it is,
Yeah.
what was happen, it would be them being able to replace congressmen immediately, and it would be more or less them selecting who the fuck they're going to be instead of us voting for them.
Right, which, I mean, depending on how that's done, is either okay, maybe, or a fucking terrible idea that they're obviously going to use to replace people that they don't like.
Exactly.
That's how we got Kamala. Everyone votes for Joe, and then Joe's like, "Oh, I can't make it." Switcheroo, Kamala.
Yeah, no one voted for her
Well,
ass.
Dude,
They've also been pulling.
the more I think about that first debate between Trump and Biden, that was 100% a setup. They set fucking Joe Biden up to fail. They danced on his grave when he fucking fell. You know, like all of the media sources who you would think would fucking try to be covering and running shade for Biden and doing all the things were actually being honest for a second and showing the American people that they have the ability to not lie. They just choose not to most of the time. And they installed Kamala Harris without issue. And Kamala Harris's approval rating went from something like 25% to like 50%, because every single day you turn on the news, and MSNBC and ABC and even Fox News to some extent is singing the praises of Kamala Harris and how good she did at this and how well-spoken she was at that. And they cover up think about how much they were able to cover up for Joe Biden's senility. And you don't think they can cover up for fucking Kamala Harris's like word salads? Like, it's fine. It's not a problem. They don't care.
Yeah. Well,
the people voting for her don't care. The people voting for her won't listen anyway and won't look into things enough to fucking find out. And here's the thing. Here's the fucking white pill and everything, right? Like, what does it take to wake someone up? Does it take you screaming at them? Does it take you getting in their face and getting angry? Does it take? No. What it takes is something that they care about getting the spotlight.
Yep.
That's all. That's all it is. Something that they care about, that they know about, that they're intimately involved with, that they know inside and out, that they know everything about, gets the media spotlight for a minute or for 5 minutes. And what they will discover when that happens is the media gets things so fucking wrong all the fucking time. Every time you ever turn on the news, everything is like 90% fucking lie and 10% truth, and it's only enough truth so that they can say that it's the truth. And so they're going to fucking see the thing that they care about, the thing that they know about inside and out, and they're going to see the media reporting on it, and they're going to see the media lying 90% of the fucking things that they say about the thing that you care about. And then you're going to say to yourself, and this doesn't work every time, but I'd say about 10% of the people that this happens to, they start asking themselves, like, well, if they're lying about this, and I know that they're lying, what else are they lying about? And it leads them down the fucking, and it has nothing to do with you, man. You just got to be sitting there waiting on the other side of that fucking bridge, on the other side of that desert is really what it is. It's like crossing a desert and you don't know where you're going to end up, but you have to be a guide to these people. You got to find these people who are somewhere early along in their journey and shepherd them in, and not just fucking blast them with like Alex Jones fucking, like, I don't know, UFO conspiracies or something. You know what I mean? Like, start them on the solid basis of things that you can prove, that you can actually point to. But taking the first steps, they got to walk through that door, man.
On their own. They can't be ushered in. They have to do it on their own. They have to cross the threshold by themselves.
Yeah, because you can show them all the facts you want, and they still will deny it, like they are now.
Sometimes you got to put your hand over the fire.
Hey, douchebag, did you get the money?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I've been talking, bro.
Fuck it, that's a lot of money. That's all my money. You better fucking make sure you got it.
There's a hot Tua there in the back.
Matt spent many hours on that street corner for that.
No, I didn't get it. Send it again. Keep sending money.
I ain't got no more to send.
Super ran off the
money. Oh, you might need a new battery too, honestly.
Motherfucker, did you get the money? God damn it!
Yes, I did. I was joking. I said send it again. Remember? It's a joke. thing you do.
Daniel's got you covered. Don't worry about it. He's fucking loaded.
So don't make Matt drive all the way over there.
Just keep sending money. That's what That's okay too.
I ain't got no more to send. So
There's the finder's fee, baby.
Honda, how are you getting it down there?
I'm not getting it down there. How are you getting it down there, Matt?
I'm gonna fucking pay somebody to fucking come pick it up.
Do you know how much that's going to cost?
Pat Riot.
Between $500 to $700.
Oh,
It cost me almost as much as the bike.
damn.
I thought it was like $525 or whatever was the quote.
I don't know. We looked at something. I don't know. You'll have to remind me where the fuck we got that one quote for less money.
Have to read the fine.
Meatspend.com.
Make sure you read the fine print because they might do like fuel surcharges and stuff. So it might end up being more than you think it is.
Well, that's fine as long as they deliver the fucking bike. And then they can fucking fight for the rest of it.
Here's the thing. We got truckers like a motherfucker in the chat. Has anyone come through Colorado and go down to Texas ever? I wonder.
Tara?
I used to, not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you probably can ask Tara. We're gonna get paid for money.
I mean, it might take a little longer that way to like find someone who, when they swing through or whatever, but
Yeah, Tara travels everywhere.
I figured you'd take a couple days off and just red eye that mug down there to him and then fly home.
Yeah.
I'm not, dude, it needs tires. It needs shit. I'm not taking a 22-hour ride on it.
Come on.
No.
You'll be fine. You got your Glock 26 with 18 mags.
It'll be fine.
Which
Yeah,
do
you
me
can
no
play-
good. If
You
the
can play
fucking
Freebird while you drive.
goes out on me. What am I going to shoot my way out of a fucking goddamn wreck if the fucking back tire slides out from underneath me because it's bald?
Just bring some Flex Seal. You'll be fine.
Fix a flat.
all right. How
Spend
about
Honda
this?
money for new tires.
How about this?
What do bike tires cost?
Jesus Christ.
Daniel, hook a brother.
How about this?
Let him speak, goddammit.
You take the money that you would give to the shippers and you give it to me.
Ooh.
And I put new tires on that motherfucker and put a battery in that sumbitch and ride her down.
You just don't
Maybe
wanna
not quite
do
all the way. Maybe you meet me like 20% of the way or something like that.
Meet him in Austin.
Meet my neck of the woods.
And then I fly back and pocket the rest of the money. Fuck paying truckers.
I like this.
I would
Friends
do
helping
it. Fuck
friends.
yeah.
Although
That's
that would
up to
require
you,
me
though.
taking a week off. I wouldn't be making any money on this, by the way.
I know. You fucking, that's up to you. That's the
You're
same rate, like,
volunteered.
I'd have to take like a fucking Monday and a Friday off of work, so I'd have a solid 4 days to do that shit if I was going to do it. And I can't afford to do that. So
If you do a video the whole way, Daniel can super chat you all the way down there.
yeah, that's just go ahead and volunteer Daniel's pocketbook.
He's got the money. He wouldn't
He's
care.
good to go. He's here to help friends.
Hey, wait, isn't Daniel like halfway between the both of us?
Okay, I will take the bike to Daniel.
Daniel's
Daniel
actually
figure it
further
out.
than I
And
am.
then
I'm more in the
Daniel
middle,
can get it to you somehow. I don't know. I'm volunteering Daniel's time and effort as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Good. That's good. It'll
You're a
work
true
out great.
patriot.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even know if I want to do that, to be honest. That's a fucking
Yeah, I don't even want to do it, and I'm the one.
it's a
getting the
really
bike.
long
Why the fuck
motorcycle
would you
ride
wanna
on a
do
bike
it?
that I don't need. It's not even the kind of bike I like.
Yeah, on a bike that's not yours. Like, why? I don't want to do it, and it's my bike. Why the fuck would you want to do it?
Because he's your friend.
Just rent a U-Haul trailer and slap that bitch in there.
Yeah, and I looked at that shit, and you know how much that bullshit cost? First of all, I have a trailer. If all I wanted to do was drive up there and drive back, I have a fucking trailer. I got an 8-foot. I got a 4x8 fucking trailer. I could do that. I don't need to rent a trailer.
All right. I have a hypothetical since I have some older people that have more wisdom in the chat. We're on YouTube, so play nice. In the event that a civil W would go down, this is coded. How do you think it's going to work out? Do you think that however many people say J6 size are just going to roll right into Washington if it's civil war? No. There's logistics. There's going to be so many different Americans. I mean, America's basically, honestly, split 50-50 at the moment. There's people in the military that are going to be split 50-50. There's people, everybody on the same block. There's not going to be, if you're on Main Street, the freaking Burger King's going to vote Democrat and fucking McDonald's is going to vote fucking Republican. Ain't nobody going to get along, right? Do you think a J6 size crowd would ever get to Washington to make a difference ever again?
No.
I
No.
agree.
Okay, now watch this.
Can you imagine if the Confederacy reunited today? 11 states from Texas to South Carolina would break away to form a new nation in the 21st century. With over 110 million people, this new
The audio sucks.
America would rank as the 13th most populous country in the world,
Oh, there it
and
is.
its economy would be a global powerhouse. Led by Texas and Florida, the Confederate economy would boast a GDP of over $6 trillion, making it the third richest country on earth. Its military, with nearly 700,000 active personnel, would outnumber the forces of France, Germany, and the United Kingdom combined, making it a major player on the world stage. The capital of the Confederate States of America would likely be either Austin or Richmond for
Why Austin?
No.
I say Miami, bro. Most defendable.
Well, to be fair, I can see all y'all fighting over like what's the capital and what y'all gonna name the place, called American Land or something.
Oh, there you go.
No, as a Texan, I say fuck Austin.
Daniel
I
said
like it, Austin, though.
that bitch to a pallet.
Yeah,
I do find it weird that that's the capital, though.
Okay, Daniel says if it will fit on a pallet and it's less than 400 pounds, Uber freight it will ship for like 350 to 450. I don't think it would fit on a pallet. Maybe if I took both the wheels off and like shipped those separately, would it weigh less than 400 and fit on a pallet? I don't know. And you'd have to like reassemble it in Texas.
Well, he doesn't need
Yeah,
tires. so
you'd
cut
have
those
to
off.
disassemble some shit to get that to work.
Just keep taking shit off of
Pallet.
it until it weighs less than 400.
A pallet's only 40 inches, 42 inches. There's no way a motorcycle fits on that.
They are larger size pallets, though.
You take the front forks and the back tire off, it probably would.
You just need to get a guy called a hot shot, which is just like a dude with a dually and a flatbed, and see if you can get him doing like a load share all the way down to Texas from Colorado.
Oh,
We use
like you
those
said,
a lot.
like you said, all that is weight. You say you need changing tires, get rid of that. Battery, get rid of that.
Drain all the fluid and stand that bitch up vertically and tie it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That back seat too.
Oh yeah, you don't need the back seat. Get rid of that. That's another weight.
Do you want me to go play with the bike right now, Matt?
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I could put my pants on and hop on my phone and go outside.
No, keep your pants off.
Daniel said he'd pay for the shipment.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally what he said.
Thank you, Daniel.
I think you need a welder for this job.
That's good. That was your best for all week, Leo.
I know.
So did you guys hear a federal judge has approved the auction of Alex Jones's company InfoWars in order to compensate Sandy Hook families according to summary judgment, which is unconstitutional. Summary judgment means that they never actually had a court case as to whether or not he was guilty, but only as to how much money he owed. The families were originally entitled to $2.75 trillion. Damages were reduced to a little over $1 billion. Sorry. Jesus. Okay, cool. The auction will take place November 13th, 2024. Trademarks, copyrights, websites, blah, 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 for all the sale, which means basically, like, this is the stupidest thing that they could possibly have done, right? InfoWars.com is not worth a fucking thing if they're not in operation. If you shut them down and make them liquidate, I don't think they own the building they're in, but let's say they do, right? Let's say the building's worth $5 million. Let's say it's an extravagant building, $5 million. Okay, you take that, you got $5 million, and then you've got all the equipment. all the sound equipment and stuff, but it's all used shit on the secondhand market. So you're getting pennies on the dollar for what they paid for it. So you're talking, let's say, another couple $100,000 maybe, you know. And beyond that, what do they have? Nothing. The only way that they're making money off of Alex Jones through InfoWars is if InfoWars continues to stay on the air and sells T-shirts and you know, fucking like dick pills and shit or whatever they fucking sell. And then they take a cut of it. And over like a 10-year period, you're making like, you know, like $5 million a year. This way you make $5 million right now and nothing ever again. Like, it does not make any sense. I mean, unless the only way that it makes sense is if it's not about the money, it's about shutting down Alex Jones and shutting him out. But the thing is, and this is the white bill behind the whole thing. Okay, you can shut down Alex Jones's website. You can shut down his business. You can make him fire his employees. You can take that money and give it to the Sandy Hook victims, right? But now Alex Jones is going to be having all kinds of free time to go on podcasts and fucking networks and do interviews and show up to places and get in people's faces and make like viral videos. So in a way, you've freed Alex Jones to make more of an impact right before an election. I think it's a fucking mistake. What do you guys think?
Set up his own little small studio in the house?
No, not even. Like, hey, E Honda's got a big chat. I'm going to go on E Honda's chat. Not that I have a big chat, but if I did, right? He's going to go on people's chats who have big chats. He's going to get seen by people who wouldn't have seen him otherwise. He's going to say things to people that they haven't heard before, and they're going to be like, oh shit, this motherfucker's not as crazy as I thought he was. In fact, everything that he's saying makes sense right now, and he's calling out people that I hate for doing things that are fucking wrong. Weird. And none of them would have ever heard any of that if they had just shut their fucking mouths, kept his fucking business going, and kept their hands out taking the fucking the trimmings.
Yes, I think it will help his message, if that's what you're getting at.
Definitely going back on Joe Rogan.
I'm actually surprised he hasn't gone bankrupt and then opened up a new media company.
He probably has to wait for everything to settle and things like that. There's probably like a period that he can't.
And he could go on these real big podcasts like Rogan and stuff and probably, you know, get a decent amount of money and start replenishing his money.
You know, speaking, can I snag this for a second? Speaking of hopping on other people's podcasts, I need 8 more people to hit 500 subs. If y'all could help me out, that would be sweet.
Can you just, like, people out there just do it?
Yeah. You know, I mean,
I'm not talking to you.
On your chat.
I'm not talking to you. People just fucking do it. Put your link in there.
No.
Come on.
I don't do that on other people's chats.
Everyone go to Tactical Muffin Top's Rumble channel and unsubscribe. No, just kidding.
I'm gonna say you want that 500, don't you? You gotta throw them links.
Muffin Top, do you have a wrench on Honda's channel? Because if you don't, you should just leave and never come
No, I
back.
don't. You just want to get rid of me.
No, put it in the back chat, dog.
All right. Well, I don't like to do that myself. But,
put it in the fucking back chat before I dick slap you. I'll give you the dick twist. Oh my God.
This is so violent.
Just do it. Do it.
I'm doing it. I'm clicking as fast as I fucking can. You guys are getting me all sweaty.
Twist that dick.
Good old dick twist.
Let on Still actually makes a good point. He can always just, you know, go on a Crowder's and still, you know, and make his money that way. Steven Crowder.
Preston Garvey says, if you paid me $500, I'll pick it up with my truck and deliver it myself straight to your front door.
Oh, shit. There you go.
Seriously?
I don't know. That's what he said.
Preston, we need to talk about this.
He just wants to know where you live, Matt. It's a trap.
Maybe that's it.
He's the one that wants your chat worn t-shirts.
Oh, no.
So what's going to happen is Preston's going to get $500 from you, and he's going to go pick up the motorcycle, and he's going to have $500 in a motorcycle.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why you pay after the delivery.
Well, now you don't need the $500.
No, seriously, Preston, hit me up. We can talk about this. Like, let me know where you're at and like what kind of truck we talking about and all that good shit.
You have to give him probably have to give him at least half.
I don't remember.
Well, send them your email, Matt.
Everybody knows my email. It's neverenoughamo@gmail.com. It's like everybody in the fucking world knows my email.
I mean, you're surprised.
I got hit up by fucking Dasani Water last week wanting to fucking sponsor my channel.
Fuck yeah.
Do it.
You know,
Do it.
I erased the email, but I did check into it to make sure it was
Oh,
legit.
no.
I don't
I mean,
think
you
sponsor-
How much
You
money
get
are we talking?
Mhm.
I mean, if it was like,
I mean, it's water,
what
so
would
it's
be
like
the amount of money for you to do a once per chat reading? In the middle of the chat, you got to stop everything for 90 seconds and talk about Dasani water.
We love you, Matt. We'll put up with it. Take the
yeah. I mean,
sponsorship.
yeah. You could just say like you're thirsty after going to the range. You could drink some Dasani water.
How much? How much for a 30-day period of doing that every chat?
I have no idea. I erased the email. I didn't. I checked.
Well, I'm
into
saying
it
how
just
much
to
would
make sure.
you? How much would you need to do it? How much would you have to get in order to say, okay, I will do that? What is the minimum
not
amount
much,
of money?
to be honest, I already like Dasani water. I drink
See?
water all the time.
Waste the money right there.
I don't.
Wait, is the
Yeah.
email still in the trash? Or did you empty the trash?
Probably. I haven't emptied
Yeah,
the trash.
you can still dig it from
Well,
the trash.
empty the trash, better dig that back right
Yeah,
back.
dig that
Out
motherfucker.
of all of the bottles of water, Dasani is my second least favorite.
I was like the Arrowhead.
I love some Dasani.
Arrowhead's
water.
number one least favorite.
I love
Arrowhead's
me some
gross.
Dasani.
You know, Arrowhead comes from San Bernardino, California.
Oh, yuck.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
it is what it is because it's full of chemicals and bullshit turning the frogs gay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like
And I
the
don't think Dasani's much better.
Alright. I'm going to say this, Matt. I think you should definitely go with that sex toy sponsorship because that's way more fun.
It probably would be.
Muffin Top wants to buy one.
A chat used toy, please.
They're gonna be selling Baldos.
By extends.
For $1,500 a month, I would do it. Fuck it. Every chat, every time.
Yeah, one.
I'd have a Dasani hat on. I'd have a
No, he
Dasani
has to wear
t-shirt.
They'd
Oh,
have
I
to
could do it for way less than that.
I'd have Dasani bottles in the background.
Your action figures could be enthralled in like Dasani fucking water bottles and shit.
I'd hand out Dasani coupons in YouTube short videos.
Jesus. Honda just wants sponsored by Dasani now.
No, I just want $1,500 a month for doing bullshit.
You could actually make it way easier than that and just do like a 30-second clip you put into every stream is what it is.
You know,
Like a-
all the
like a
shilling that
pre-recorded
Matt's-
bullshit.
Exactly.
To be
all the
honest,
shilling.
Welcome to
all
the
the
Guns
shilling-
and Geeks podcast, sponsored by Dasani Water, the most crisp, clear, tasty water you've ever had in your entire life. It'll make you come.
Keeping the frogs gay since 1997.
Like I said, you could have did that. You could have did that, man.
Chock full of atrazine goodness.
I really need some Dasani after listening to that.
yes,
That's
Haven't
the
had
beats.
your hydrofluorosilicic acid? Try Dasani.
it has electrolytes.
Isn't Dasani owned by Nestle?
It's owned by Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah, even better. Definitely got to do it now.
Or maybe it's Nestle. Hold on, actually. Let's look that up.
Yeah, I think it is.
I thought it was Nestle.
Or is it? It might. It could be Coke. But wait,
I think
Nestle
it's
owns Coke, so I think ultimately it is Nestle.
Okay.
Right, but
Yep, it's Coca-Cola. I was right.
Nestle owns Pure Life.
Here in New Hampshire, these signs are but merely a suggestion and carry no legal weight. Just like liberal politicians, they are to be mocked, ridiculed, or ignored.
Yeah, those signs don't mean jack shit. They hold no weight.
my local
Well,
pizza
if you're
joint-
concealed carrying, how is anyone going to know?
True.
my local pizza joints keeps putting the sign up and taking it down, putting the sign up, and taking it down. Like, make up your goddamn mind.
Okay, watch this video. You got to watch this.
Yes, I got it.
My money!
You hear it?
No.
No, I heard it's about money.
You can't hear them?
I heard
Give me my money.
Give me my money.
Can you hear them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
What's the context? It's like,
Give me my money.
Even they didn't.
Wait for it. That's that lady's laugh.
No way, for real.
She sounds like a dying seal.
She sounds like she's Hawk-Tuing.
I can't. You can't be making love to the sea cow now.
Bro, like you're out on a first
Talk
date.
to the other
You're out on a first date, and she's looking good. She smells nice. She's, she's got the right clothes on. You make a joke. She starts laughing like that. She sounds like a dying adult male elephant seal.
You
What do
leave.
you do?
You leave.
Man,
And give her the
that
bill
still
and
shriveled my dick up.
You know what? Maybe I'm weird, but the first thing that popped in my mind was, I bet you she got a strong throat game.
That baritone, or that baritone voice, bro.
The throat muscles work.
You know she tight because ain't nobody else sitting around.
Daddy says they'd watch one chat and sponsorship over.
Yep.
Yeah, you would have to get rid of all of us and get some
Yeah, especially you
real
with
people.
all those N-words you keep throwing out all the time.
Well, he's got the Thursday chat. That's him solo.
Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, Thursday,
You guys
Friday.
make me want to do a solo chat.
24-hour live stream. Live stream.
Yeah.
Should.
So get that sponsorship, man.
That'll be your Sunday chat. Just use
All this
solo.
talking is making me thirsty. You know what doesn't make me thirsty? Dasani water.
These pretzels are making me thirsty. You know. If you don't, fuck you.
Oh, I know.
I mean, we're all old enough to see that.
Dasani is banned in England.
Well, fuck the Brits. It's fine.
Why is Dasani banned in England?
Probably because all the extra shit
And
in it.
so are guns, so fuck them.
They drink fog water anyway.
You know, there is one way to get that.
Hold on. The real trouble with their filtration, however, was that it introduced the potential carcinogenic compound bromate into the water. When a batch of Dasani was tested, it found to contain between 10 and 22 parts per billion of bromate, which exceeded the UK limit for bottled and tap water by 10 parts per billion.
That's pretty.
So it's got bromate. Your sponsor has bromate, Matt. You're getting paid for selling people carcinogenic compounds.
Still delicious.
Good, they deserve it.
And y'all hate San Bernardino water.
Oh, that's definitely giving you way parts per million cancer.
But does have chromium 6 in it.
How about
Anyways,
Red 40?
You live forever.
So Leo's just gonna plug that chick's throat with something so he doesn't have to hear the laugh.
Ukraine is not the 51st state. I agree with that.
Correct.
Cain killed Abel with the rock. The Lord did not get rid of all the rocks. He blamed Cain, not the rock. We have a sin problem, not a gun problem.
Correct.
And guess what? What was the story about the little guy versus the big guy? It was
David and Goliath.
Yes, and David killed Goliath with a rock too. And sometimes a rock can be used for good.
And then the king banned slingshots. Look what happened.
Yeah, that's true.
David knocked Goliath down with a rock and then used his own sword to cut his head off.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
But
Yep.
it's feisty, baby.
I don't know if this is real or not because it's just a screen grab thing. But here's Kamala Harris saying nobody should have to go to jail for smoking weed. Readers added context they thought people might want to know. As district attorney, Kamala Harris oversaw 1,900 convictions for marijuana offenses, some of which resulted in jail time. Did you find this helpful?
Yes.
Why would the Justice Department release a letter featuring a bounty for a former president?
Hmm.
Did you guys hear about the third Trump assassination attempt?
No.
So apparently this happened before the first one. There was a Iranian national who immigrated to the United States and was using Iranian money to bribe what he thought was an assassin to go after President Trump. And of course, the assassin was an FBI agent, and they busted the guy. But there's your third attempt that happened before the first one. And actually, if you go back to 2016, wasn't there another attempt where a
Yes, it
guy
was when
tried
Trump
to
was in
grab
Nevada.
a fucking handgun out of a police officer's fucking holster and shoot Trump?
Yeah.
And I think there was another one too, but I can't
There's
remember.
been multiple.
There was the
attempts.
one in Nevada that I think the guy actually had his own gun, and people were like, "Dude, there's got a gun," and Trump looks down and he's like, "He sure does."
I mean, I remember the guy who went up the stage and shit. I was interested.
So mark my words, boys. You heard it here, and it's not like I'm fucking the only one saying this, but the attempts on Trump's life have only begun, and they will continue until it is made clear that no one will ever be able to do it, or Trump is dead.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's also come out in the last 3 or 4 days now that there is at least 5 hit squads on US soil right now that are trying to target Trump.
Yeah, was that
At least
Rubio?
2 of which are domestic. I believe the other 3 are international. At least one's tied to Iran.
Wasn't that Rubio talking about that?
There was a few people talking about it. Alex Jones did a whole thing about it yesterday.
Wasn't that the original source was Rubio, I'm saying?
Maybe.
I thought it was Gates.
I thought that was
Oh.
That could be
Matt Gates.
Okay, was it Gates? Sorry.
Yeah, it's probably Matt Gates.
My bad.
But it's all been confirmed now.
Was there any updates on that first attempt's bank account? Wasn't there some foreign money bullshit they were talking about?
I hadn't heard that. Like the first dude who got fucking murked on the slanted rooftop, Lee Tardy Oswald, that guy?
Yeah, that retard. I thought
There were rumors going around that he had multiple foreign bank accounts, but I don't think that was ever confirmed.
Well, I mean, the thing that was odd about his situation was there was some sort of an FBI handler person who kept visiting his house, who was caught on like GPS location, like visiting his house. And he went to like the FBI proving grounds to do shooting. It's like when he got his gun and he wanted to go shooting, he went to the place where the FBI goes shooting. And when they went to his house to check it out, all of the silverware was gone and everything looked like it was professionally cleaned and wiped for fucking fingerprints, so that there like no evidence was left behind of anyone who was there.
I hadn't heard that.
I had heard that.
And with this newest shooter, okay, I heard this morning. The newest shooter has some sort of a connection to the Vegas shooter. Sort of direct connection. Like they either knew each other. I'm not sure what it was. I missed that part. But there's some sort of a connection between him and the Vegas shooter. And Vegas shooter.
Which one?
Gets fucking, murked or whatever. He's dead that night. And then they're interviewing his brother, and his brother's talking on the news about how his brother couldn't have ever done this and da-da-da-da-da. And then what happened to his brother? Anyone remember?
Child porn.
Yeah, he got somehow mysteriously they caught him with child pornography on his computer, which apparently there was terabytes of child pornography, which is terrifying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot. But the computer was a Windows 95. Windows 95 computers are only able to index like 64 gigabytes of memory. It literally could not have had that much fucking memory on a hard drive connected to a Windows 95 computer.
Right.
So there's that. So the newest shooter also has a brother also went talking to media.
You're muffling
You're
out.
underwater.
The newest shooter also has a brother. Also went talking to the media a little bit. Also, all of a sudden got charged with child pornography. And here's the scenario.
I thought it was the son.
Yeah, I thought it was the son too.
I thought it was his brother, but
His brother's son.
how old is this guy? Like 45 or something?
I thought Rolf was in
56.
his 50s.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
50.
so he could
Kids
have a
should be
son.
like
who's old.
25.
Okay,
30,
whatever.
something
His
like
son gets caught with child pornography,
Mhm.
right? Here's the scenario. They go to the dude who's been in contact. This is just a hypothetical, who's been working with FBI or CIA handler, who's been grooming him and equipping him and getting him ready to go after Trump in this way. And he failed, right? And now he's arrested and he's sitting in his jail cell. And the CIA guy comes by and he says, "Hey, you're going to keep your fucking mouth shut about this stuff, or something you don't like is going to happen to people that you love." And he goes, "What do you mean?" "Oh, turn on the news right now. Your son's being arrested with child pornography. Do you know what happens to little boys who go to prison for child pornography? He's not going to make it a fucking week in there. You better fucking play ball with us, or we're going to have your son raped to death in prison." You don't think that's far-fetched? You think that's far-fetched?
Oh no, that happened.
No.
Do you think that's the kind of collateral that would make a motherfucker keep his mouth shut forever?
Of course.
$24 billion earmarked for homeless ended in Democrat pockets. Since 2019, California has poured $24 billion into addressing the homelessness crisis. Yet much of this funding has ended up in Democrat-aligned NGOs serving as employment pipelines for Democrat politicians and their families. Despite the massive investment equating to about $160,000 per homeless person, the crisis has worsened. The homelessness is higher today than it was before it started. $24 billion ended up in Democrat pockets. Surprise, surprise.
They do the same thing every other state too when they do all these programs and stuff. It's all a bunch of people taking cash off the top.
Watch this deer. Super slow-mo. Super slow-mo. Did I do it too soon? I might have done it too soon. Oh, there it is. Right on target. Right on target. Wait. Wait.
Matrix.
That dude's Neo.
Fucking Neo, man.
Nice.
He deserves that win. You know what I'm saying? If you can do that, good job, sir.
Who's the asshole shooting out of the little buck like that? Come on now, let that bitch grow. I don't shoot bucks like that.
Bro, check out this bomb in Lebanon.
Yeah, no, that thing's freaky as fuck.
You see the shockwave?
Yeah, early reports
Doesn't matter
actually
your
thought
life.
it was a nuke.
It kind of looks like a nuke.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm not saying it is, but like, look at this shockwave, dude. Look at the clouds.
If I was that dude filming, I would have
Look at
just
that,
shit my
dude.
pants.
Look at that. That's what a nuke does. And that's like bright like a nuke.
How many of
And
y'all
that's a mushroom cloud.
How many of y'all been close to it to a big explosion before?
How, I mean,
Like
kind of
that?
big
No.
Yeah, I think the
and kind of
biggest.
close.
Yeah, the biggest one I felt was a factory explosion. It was on fire, and it blew chemicals in the air, which flew to the metro station and started burning people there that was waiting on the train.
That was a pager.
That's
Probably.
that's bad text.
Wow.
He's a wizard, Harry.
The kid's Voldemort. Have you heard the song? Have you guys heard the song?
No.
I like the song. It makes me happy. It doesn't seem like anyone's making fun of it.
Sing it! All the people that live there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sing it. All the people that live there.
Trump's gonna win, unless they cheat.
He's getting capped.
Is this the new song for the state of Ohio?
Yep.
Yep.
That should be Ohio's fucking chat song when he starts a chat. Or like, here's what it is: when Ohio's doing a chat, and he has to go to the bathroom, that's the song you play while you're taking a leak. You play the cats and dogs song so that everyone knows. Oh, don't worry, he's just taking a leak. The cats and dogs song's on. He's coming back.
Yes.
Should be the intro to this podcast.
President Trump's wall cost less than Obamacare's website. Let that sink in.
That's fucked.
Craziness.
We spend more per year on illegal immigrants in this country than the wall would have cost to build once.
Yeah, they figured out recently all the Haitians in Springfield are going to cost us $24 billion a year.
Onan Pools, what's up, man? Dropped in $5 and said, so the same van in Las Vegas shooting was last seen with crooks. Wait a second. So that's the connection? So the van that the dude had from Las Vegas, crooks somehow bought that van or has the van? But yes, a psyop was set by Routh's kid. Also missed my last chat. Did I fucking... I'm sorry, dude.
He's not sorry.
Fuck you. Looking at what's going on with the government, especially with Alex Jones now, what's the answer to 1984? I mean, if you said this and you were Owen Schroyer and you were on Capitol grounds on January 20th or January 6th. Sorry, I was there on the 20th. Owen Schroyer went to prison for saying the words 1776. And that's the state of the country that we're in right now. I mean, say what you want about Owen Schroyer and Alex Jones and InfoWars and all that stuff. When it comes down to it, Owen Schroyer is a journalist, like it or not. He talks about current events. He talks about news. He's there on the scene at things happening, talking about the things happening of importance. He's a journalist. And our country jailed a journalist at the Capitol for saying the words 1776.
Okay.
NC Lucky says you can't say Haitian anymore. The libs say you're saying the N-word and they are racist and that you are a racist.
Yeah. Oh, that's a real thing. It's going around the interwebs.
Yep.
A lot of people on the left say if you say the word Haitian, what you really mean is the N-word.
They could eat my nuts.
Yeah, they're saying that about a few other things too, and I'm just like, yeah, you can fuck off.
What if I call someone a Haitian N-word?
It's a double negative and it cancels out.
That's completely
They're saying that
that's
if you
okay.
say CRT, then
I mean, the
you-
more this shit goes on, the closer I am to just saying, like, fuck it and going full on the other direction, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, start chopping up sheets and shit, you know?
It'll be a nice change of pace. It'd be quite awkward, but okay, I'm down.
I'll say
For some weird chats with Leo and Shot Red and everything.
I mean, technically,
good
we're
with
like
it.
what? There's only 2 of us here in this group. Kind of outnumbered here.
What is Corey?
All right.
Play the ladies laugh again.
According to the left,
Okay. To the ones who seen Corey, does Corey look black to you?
Corey's
Hell
a
yeah.
hard R redhead.
He is,
He
he
still gets
is
the R,
the
though.
whitest. He is the whitest country bumpkin looking motherfucker you've ever seen.
And he's still getting a hard R. Come on now.
But I
Well, he
am
has
part
no
black,
soul.
though. I am part black.
You're part black, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shot
All
Red
right.
and I had shared lineage.
I thought you were gonna say you had frostbite on your toes.
Corey said he's half black. The bottom half.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You just tell him you're black from the waist down.
I mean, you get to say that like I'm a ginger man. I feel like I'm a black man inside.
He's a BBG, not a BBC, okay?
Read my last chat. Notice there's a soft A at the end. Haitians. What up, my Haitian?
No, it'd be the Haitians.
I would probably they took that off of fucking Super Chat too.
Hashanas?
Makes you want to do like a Haitian remix song where we just say Haitian something racing.
Where's Rucka Rucka Ali with a remix? I like that guy.
What's the N word I don't understand? It's
Leo, can you enlighten him? 'Cause
Yeah,
you and
Leo, we
Shot
need
are
you,
the only
man.
ones that can.
Well, our local black men, please.
Nah.
Yeah.
uh,
Y'all are crazy.
whoa.
Meow, 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 meow.
Libby,
Oh.
you agree to be videotaped?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't watched this in
I
its
saw this one.
entirety. She
fuck
worked
is
at a
wrong with
gun
her
store in
face?
Springfield, Ohio, and they sold guns to N-word migrants. That means Haitian, right?
And what were you? What is it that you do?
So I no longer do it. I ended up leaving the job, but I used to work for.
By the way, look at those lips,
I was just thinking that,
bro.
Like, damn.
That was a
All them
good
dick
timing on the
sucking lips.
pause, by the way, too.
Yeah, that's some.
Leo's all bricked up.
Yeah, he is.
Like seriously,
He's like, "Where's this gun store at?"
I would buy all my guns from
off the
her.
bumper.
I would buy
I know,
I would buy guns I couldn't afford.
Yes.
I know a girl at my job that did that. Went to Tijuana, got that stuff done.
I'll buy a High Point every week.
I'd be putting shit on layaway, making like $5 payments every day,
Right.
stopping by, saying what's up.
Them government checks paid for them lips.
For a gun store in Springfield, Ohio.
And how recently was that?
This was last year. It's been within the last year.
Okay. And you left them about 2023 or sometime in
It's
24?
been about 10 months since I left, so yes, 2023.
Okay. And what were you telling us about gun sales to folks who were undocumented?
So when I worked there, we would have about 10 to 15 Haitian men come in every day. Normally, it was just one in the group that would try and purchase a firearm. Most of them did not have U.S. IDs. They had Mexican IDs. In other countries, I'm not really sure, but the most popular was Mexican. And they would come in trying to purchase firearms. And I was told that I had to process the sales just like everybody else, like I would any other customer. And I would, and they were going through just fine, even though they weren't U.S. citizens. So I would have to put them on the do not sell list so they were not getting firearms.
Okay. And so that's not supposed to happen.
No,
Right.
no, because I was having U.S. citizens getting put on the do not sell list because they lived in a house that somebody who had lived there before had been on the do not sell list, so they were not allowed to purchase firearms.
Okay, but these were all going through.
Yes.
And you put them on a do not sell list, and then what happened?
I was told I was not allowed to do that because it was something with the Second Amendment.
Okay. And how
long ago was it that they had the court case where the Supreme Court said that you can fucking, even if you're not a U.S. citizen, the Second Amendment applies?
This year. I don't remember what month.
No.
How long ago was that? A year ago?
I think that was this
It's
year.
been sometime in 2024. Which, by the way, I completely agree with. I don't have a problem with people buying guns. I don't give a shit where you're from.
Yeah, you
I am a Second Amendment absolutist. I don't give a shit. You come here, you can buy a gun. I don't give a fuck. Why should I care? I don't give a fuck. Now, what I do have a problem with is when they be keeping other people from buying guns. That's the problem. Not because somebody can come here for another country and fucking get a gun. It's when they fucking put bullshit ass fucking rules on all the rest of us that are here. That's the fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I could see there being a situation where they're like, oh, we let all these people come in from other countries and we didn't know who was who, and we sold a bunch of gang members like from Venezuela a bunch of guns. And they
I don't give a shit though. I don't care. I think criminals should be able to buy guns legally.
And they used those guns to go kill a whole bunch of people in all of these high-profile shootings where Venezuelan gang members. And now the public doesn't feel safe. So now when we try to pass an anti-gun bill, we're going to have more support for it.
I mean, that's cool, but I just don't care. The criminals are going to get guns anyway. Who gives a fuck? Like, from a common sense perspective, yeah, if they twist it and make something out of it, that's their deal. That doesn't change the core belief that, look, the Second Amendment is not an American right. The Second Amendment is a human right that America recognizes. That's what it is. That's what the Second Amendment is. It's a human right. It's a right we have because we are born as human beings. And the Second Amendment just says, hey, the government can't fuck with this.
When the Constitution says we the people, who is it referring to?
People?
Which people? All the people
that
that
wanted to create a more perfect nation?
Is it every person in the world when it says we the people?
It's anybody who wants to create a more perfect nation here in the United States. That's what the Constitution was for.
So it's people who wanted to create the more perfect nation here in the United States. So were they effectively therefore United States citizens?
No. Anybody that
wants not when it was written, but they became citizens, right?
Yeah. And yeah.
So when it says we the people, it's referring to people who live here, who were born here, who have citizenship here, who take an oath to the Constitution, perhaps, or pledge their allegiance to the flag in school, who grew up and learned about the Constitution and learned about the Bill of Rights and learned about the Founding Fathers and learned about the Civil War. Right?
No. No,
so are you arguing
those are not there are no prerequisites on our human rights.
Yeah, are Haitians
our human rights do not have prerequisites.
I'm saying when the
we just happen to be the only country that put it in writing.
It's talking about the people of the United States, the United States citizens who live here. When it says we the people, it's referring to we the people who are under the law of the United States, who pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. That's what it means. And when it says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, is that talking about the people of the world? Is it talking about everybody?
Yes.
Or is that talking about the United States citizens?
Well, at the time, it was talking about
this country.
At
not
the
of
time,
Mexico,
it was literally
not
talking
of Canada,
about anybody who
not
was
of Australia, not of fucking England, of the goddamn United fucking States.
At the time, it was talking about anybody who was willing to come here and help make this country. That's what it was talking about. It was not just, okay, so there's the Declaration of Independence from fucking England, and then there was the Constitution of the United States, which was put out to encourage people to come here to live the American dream.
When they
and
say
protect human rights
the
of
right of
people,
the people
that
to
came
keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, what was the point of that?
to protect against tyranny.
To limit what the government can do.
To protect who against tyranny?
People that didn't want to deal with
Which
the tyrannical
people?
government. Anybody who was here.
Oh my God, dude! Just fucking admit it. The
Well,
American
I'm not going to admit it because it's not true.
Because we're not talking about Mexico. Otherwise, we'd say, "Well, Mexico." Blah blah.
And if
blah,
people
blah,
come here from fucking Mexico and want to live in this country and live by our fucking rules
and become citizens,
yes, then they get the same fucking rights.
And until you become a citizen, fuck you. You don't have the fucking same fucking right. Eat my dick.
I disagree. I think they were put out there as human rights.
All men are created equal and endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights. Doesn't say all Americans, all men.
Which meant men.
Asians with a hard
My issue is that, first of all, I do think it's a human right that we just happen to be the only country that respects that human right. And two, it doesn't even fucking matter because the rights that we sit here and we argue about are only an issue because of the fact that our own government is tyrannical to us and restricts us on a daily fucking basis. That's the only reason we get butthurt when people come over here and buy a gun or do this or do that. And we're like, hey, they shouldn't get to do that. Well, you're only really giving a shit because of the fact that we as law-abiding citizens fucking deal with this bullshit, fucking tyrannical crap every goddamn day. Otherwise, it wouldn't fucking matter. Who gives a shit?
The point of the Second Amendment was so that we wouldn't have to have a standing army. So that if we had to have a standing army against, let's say, a foreign adversary who wanted to come in and invade us, we could call up the militias who already had their own well-regulated fucking firearms to pull up and use in the defense of this country. If you start saying, oh, well, that applies to everyone, come on up from Mexico, even though you might hate our regime and hate our government and want to fucking overthrow us and do things that are bad to us, you can come across the border without going through the fucking the rules the way that they should be, right? And just have the fucking rights that we have, but you're going to use those rights to fucking overthrow our fucking way of life and our government and use those firearms against us in a direct contradiction to the point of the Second Amendment? Fuck no.
That's a completely different problem.
No, that's the end result of your argument.
It doesn't matter what the end result is. What's causing the problem? What's causing the problem is our government intentionally doing that. They're doing it on purpose.
Well, I agree with that. And 100%, we have like fucking,
before this
like
became
the
a
calls
problem,
coming from inside the house. You know what I mean? Like,
before the government started doing this, we let in, dude. In the last 100 years before this became a big problem, probably I would say since the 80s, and really didn't become a huge problem until the 2000s, right? Before then, we let in millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people from all over the fucking world, going back 150 fucking years. Hell, going back to the beginning of the existence of us as a fucking country. And there was no problem with people coming here and fucking being here for the right reasons and wanting to be citizens and wanting to have good lives and fucking buy all the goddamn guns you want. The problem isn't that we let people come here and have guns. And that shouldn't be the argument we're having. The argument shouldn't be, oh, we should keep people who come here, who fucking immigrate here from having fucking guns. No, it should be, okay, first of all, why are you intentionally letting people in that you have no fucking plan to make a citizen? You know that you're letting them in here from countries that they're not coming here to try and fucking have a better life. They got kicked out of their fucking countries. Why are you letting these people in? They're the ones causing the problem. We never did that before. So the argument shouldn't have anything to do with fucking guns and gun rights. If you come here as an immigrant, fuck, dude, you should have you should be able to, just like we all should be able to go out and buy a goddamn fucking mod deuce. You know what I'm saying?
Agree,
like, I don't give a
shit.
shit.
Legal immigrant, I agree. But the problem is,
but I think we're having the argument about the wrong thing. Is there a problem when criminals come here that don't want to be a part of this country to do things, do bad things? Yeah, that's a problem. But is the answer we shouldn't let them have guns? Is that going to solve anything? That's like saying we should just make it illegal for criminals to have guns. Guess what? They already fucking did that and they didn't do anything. These motherfuckers, whether it's Haitians or Venezuelans or whoever the fuck comes over here that may or may not fucking really give a shit about our country, they're going to get whatever the fuck they want anyway. So that's not even the argument we should be having. We know this. We talk about this all the time. Criminals will get guns anyway. Laws don't stop fucking criminals. If these people come here and are intent on committing crimes anyway and disrespecting the citizens of this country and disrespecting the fucking fabric of our country, they're gonna fucking do it anyway. So why does whether or not it's legal for them to get guns fucking matter?
Freedom is dangerous.
I think we can all agree that the Bill of Rights was actually meant to be a copy and paste document worldwide.
Well, and certainly, point taken about a 4473 being bullshit in the first place, right? Like, you should be able to go into a gun store and just buy a gun and walk out, you know? And like the way that the Second Amendment is written, there's no provisions for like, oh, if you used to be a fucking criminal, or oh, if you weren't born here, or whatever it is, you know. I think ultimately you're right. We are having the wrong argument. The argument that we're having is actually about immigration. And I don't think we disagree even.
No,
You know,
we don't disagree about immigration at all.
I think when it comes to it, down to it, everyone wants immigration done correctly. Because like the answer is not no immigration, right? And the answer is not too much immigration. And the answer is not the wrong kind of immigration. So you want the right kind of immigration and the right amount. And that's forever going to be an argument. But as long as you're having discussion and as long as you're holding people accountable for coming into the country legally in the way that we want them to, then I think that we can accept the people who come into this country and give them all of the rights afforded to the American people, because we can be relatively assured that those people have some sort of stake in the country and want to see it do well, and so like they're welcome to this country. You know, like you're
And the other thing is, some of the most famous criminals that we've had in our history were immigrants from other countries. Were immigrants from Sicily and Italy, right? They were immigrants that came here and fucking started organized crime and shit. So it's not like at what point do you say like, and they came here and they fucking took their fucking civics courses and became American citizens and did all this shit, right? So if somebody's gonna fucking commit a crime, they're gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I guess what I get worried about is with the open border type immigration that we have, where they pass bills not to like limit immigration, but to streamline it, you know, to make it more effective for people to come in quickly.
Mhm.
And we're letting in millions and millions of people, and countries around the world are taking notice of this, and they're they're emptying out their prisons, and they're emptying out their mental institutions, and they're sending over possibly, and this is a possibility, they're sending over like hit squads and like agent provocateur types and like destabilizing fucking units and like, I don't know, like sleeper cells or something that are ready to do terror, or who fucking knows.
They can
That
also
are
be
just,
sending
like,
with
sitting
typhoid
around,
Marys.
and like once shit starts going down, bro, like you watch, like it'll be like dominoes falling over, because there's so many people in this country right now. There are so many fucking people in this country right now who hate this country. Some of them were born here, a lot of them weren't. Some of those people who weren't were trained in foreign countries, I think, possibly to help facilitate the downfall of this country, like a controlled demolition blast taking down a building. And they've set these people on certain pillars, on certain fucking cross sections, so that when the fucking charges start going off, they know that their fucking time's coming soon, and that they got to fucking take out the pillar that they're sitting on or whatever. And this whole fucking country's going to come down. You fucking watch. And if they don't take Trump out, and I think that's why they're so desperately trying to keep him out in any way that they can, because if he gets in office, then they're going to have to trip this fucking this whole fucking thing before they're ready for it, before they wanted to, before they were planning on it. And they'll make it work with their plan, but it would be better if they could do it on their time with a Kamala Harris like 3 years down the line or something. You know what I mean? Or who knows what their plan actually is. But certainly it's not Trump, and certainly they're going to pull every stop, every fucking argument, every trick in the book that they can come up with to keep Trump out of office. And if that means putting a bullet in his head, all the better. That's what they fucking want.
I mean, all I gotta say is, if I get into a firefight with some of those sleeper agents, I'm going looting all that stuff they got on them.
What you're talking about, Honda, is a color revolution is what they want, and they're actually trying to pull that shit in the last couple of days in New York City over that dude on the subway.
Well, let me hit these super chats real quick, because we missed quite a few of them. I'm sorry, guys. Daniel says this should help Preston understand. YouTube clip. God damn it.
Is that cat clip?
I don't know.
Remember the one
Let
we
me
watched?
look at what it, let me look at what it is. And
I bet
Danny
it's that
knows this is
fucking-
such a huge pain in the ass every time he does this. Like, let me drop a link in Honda's chat in his super chat and make him go to his channel and click on the fucking thing and go to the thing, and because you can't just copy paste it from
Yeah, you can't copy
StreamYard
and
for
paste
some
it in
reason.
fucking StreamYard.
You'll love it.
Oop, sorry.
Has anybody ever seen any proof that there actually are clearing out prisons and sending them our way?
I believe they admitted out of Venezuela here in the last.
Yeah, they
week.
admitted in it. There was a couple of countries. They did some interviews and they said that that's what they were doing. And it was
Have
like,
you guys heard about-
Oh, it's the clip of a show of mine from a while back where Daniel dropped in his super chat and got me to say the name Nick Gurr. I remember now.
What's wrong, Honda?
Have you guys heard about this EEE virus that's going around?
That's normal. That happens.
What virus?
It's called EEE virus. I forget what it stands for, but apparently, I guess Kathy Hunkle in New York has now declared an emergency in the state of New York.
It's
Wow,
West
mosquitoes
Nile.
now that.
It's a different name for West Nile.
Yeah.
It happens.
Oh, so it is.
Onan Fools dropped in 5 and said, self-defense is a human right, not guns. But we do live in a time and in this country, so yes, guns are a right. I mean, certainly self-defense is a right, whether or not you have guns. I mean, like, you try to kill a tiger will try to defend itself even if futilely. That's a weird way to say it.
well, I mean, that's the point too, right? Like, there's a reason why they said arms and not guns. You know,
Yeah.
it's whatever the arm of the day is that is best used to protect yourself against tyranny or anyone that would seek to do you harm is what the Second Amendment covers.
Yep. I want my fighter jet.
Well, it was also written by the guys that had
Star Trek
private
phaser.
warships.
I want a lightsaber.
I would like that too. Yes.
That would be
Preston Garvey says, I sold guns at Cabela's. If I remember correctly, we could sell guns to foreigners, but there was a bunch more stuff to it.
Yeah, I thought you had a pin or something for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're here on a visa, they can buy a hunting license and use that as an exemption. They still go through the next check, but that satisfies the not being a citizen.
Aren't the
Or
Haitians
if they
on a
live here.
visa?
But is
Maybe
that
so. I'm getting there. I'm
does
getting
that
there.
mean they can keep the guns?
You
and
can
they-
also, yes, it's your property. Now you got to fuck with exporting it back to your home country. That's on you, or sell it to your buddy. I don't know. Non-immigrants with a permanent resident card can buy one as long as they have their green card and a state issued ID.
Mhm.
And they usually get a proceed back from NICS faster than your average white dude with a common name.
Did they eventually find the queen? This takes a minute to get to it. So we'll just keep watching. Look how big the fucking queen is when they find it.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah, it reminds
Oh, I
me
think
of what's the name of that movie? Fucking Starship Troopers. Looks like the brain bug.
I just watched that a couple months ago. That movie's fucking awesome.
Was that the first time you watched it?
Yes, sir. It was really good.
Did you watch it because we were making fun of you for being a fetus?
Yes.
Nice.
How
I'm
many?
glad it worked.
How many times did you watch the shower scene?
Just once. There's porn on the internet for free. I don't know if you know.
Well, I was just about to ask him. I was going to say, Muffin, which one was best girl to you?
Look at that thing, dude. It's the brain bug.
Muffin up, your penis is on the internet.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
There ain't no way it's that big.
It's a
Come
term.
on.
No, it's
termite queen.
It's a queen. You remember the queen got to lay eggs.
That's the termite queen.
Yeah.
It makes slurm.
And we all love slurm.
Slurm, yes.
So a lot of
What's-
those countries
Slurm
where they'll make
Mackenzie.
the dirt cookies and stuff like that, that's the kind of dirt they'll use is from the termite mounds.
You guys, I live in Boulder, Colorado, and people always say that our bike trails are unsafe, and they kind of are, but...
You know, when I'm listening to her talk right now, I realize that she's got the Colorado accent, and so do I.
She's that voice.
Consider myself really tough, and I've done a lot of sketchy shit. And I've been around the block a time or two, so I'm not scared of people who live in tents, whatever, I don't care, or drug users. But today was another story. So I think that the drug's called like trank or something, where you bend completely over, you fold over, like your head's grazing the ground, but you're still walking. Well, I just biked through like a zombie apocalypse with people like that on like a beautiful bike path in the summertime. And it was scary and it was bad vibes. But then a girl on all fours came scurrying and screaming out of the mountainside, and she was dressed in brown with like brown dreads. She looked like an animal person going rah, and then she rolled on her back. She was completely unhinged and out of control, and then she scurried across the path into the other bushes. So now I got to go ride back through this.
No, you don't.
Like,
Go the other way.
You get what you voted for, Boulder. Fuck you.
You think everyone in Boulder voted for that?
No.
There's
Yes,
a lot of
in
hippies in Boulder.
yes. Surrounding
I bet
Boulder,
she
no.
did.
It's like 75-25.
Did you guys hear about this? High-ranking government source tells me sheriff who shot and killed Kentucky judge today did so because the judge was raping the sheriff's underage daughter.
I've seen that, and I
Mhm.
believe
So
it.
apparently the judge is raping this dude's daughter. He's the sheriff.
Acquitted.
He walks into the judge's chambers, probably says, I don't know, whatever the fuck he says to him. What would you say? Fill in the fucking blank. And fills him full of fucking lead salad.
Amen.
I mean, can't expect the
Supposedly, he
system to
asked to
do all the
borrow
work.
his phone for a minute, and then checked something on his phone, found something on the phone, and then let his ass up.
Problem solved.
Agreed.
Acquitted.
I
No
gotta get
charges.
Gotta get some sleep.
All right, penis vagina. Have a good night.
Hasta
Take care,
luego, Luigi. Oh, by the way, you need to send me that title, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent you the cat.
Whenever you get, I mean, it's not in an emergency, but just whenever.
I'll go to the UPS store probably tomorrow, maybe.
Get that sponsorship.
Next day I have off. I'll go to the UPS
Yeah,
store.
like I said, not a big deal. Just, I'm not gonna fucking transfer it till I get the bike down here because I got to get it inspected. So I got to get it down here, get new tires on it, take it to get inspected, and then when I get the inspection, I can fucking transfer the title. So
Nice.
take a while.
Nice, man.
Anyway,
Yeah, I didn't sign the back of it either. It's like unsigned on the back so that you can sign it because you were the buyer. And I told the
By the
dude
way-
that. Go ahead.
by the way, Preston, if you were serious, hit me up. If not, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys later.
Underwear, Matt.
Deuces.
I'll see y'all tomorrow night.
All right, man.
Better, man.
Later.
Bleeding vagina.
Holy shit, it's like 11 o'clock. What the fuck are we doing?
Matt's a
Impart a
bleed.
few words of wisdom upon you. First, not all pee-pee times are poo-poo times, but all poo-poo times are pee-pee times. Second, anything can be a dildo if you try hard enough. And lastly, the poop map is real and it's spectacular. Good evening.
That's one of the best.
Like, that's pretty good. Eh?
One time I got a text message from the doctor. It was like, hey, Mr. Honda, just texting you to confirm, reply that you will be there for your appointment tomorrow at 3:00. And I thought it was one of those like automated things where you just reply anything. And it's like, okay, you replied. We got it. Right? So it said reply, and I go, pee pee poo poo.
And the gal's like, what?
And then she texts me back, Mr. Honda, this was, what do you, I forget what she said.
Are we sure we're seeing you for the right thing today?
Does that mean you're going to be there for the appointment tomorrow? Or 158 Democrats vote against bill to deport illegal immigrants who commit sex crimes. What possible reason would you have to vote for a bill that gets rid of illegal immigrants who commit sex crimes in our country?
You want people to continue making sex crimes?
Yep.
I'm a fucking detective.
Oh, was that our last story? It is. All right.
Yeah, we saw that.
That kind of sounded like that chick laughing earlier.
God, dude, that's fucking ridiculous.
Uwe wants to know. Rick and Morty, nice. Wants to know what's your take on Diddy.
Well, he's the diddler. What do we say?
I feel like they needed another Jeffrey Epstein, and they thought they found one in Diddler. And Diddler was a pretty good asset for them for some period of time. But Diddler probably knows some things that a little bit too much for his pay level. Has some information about people that they really don't want to get out. And probably said some things, and now they're putting him in prison and probably going to Epstein his ass.
Yeah, I mean, there was a picture that came out the other day where he was hugging on Hillary Clinton.
Did you guys hear about him being on suicide watch in prison?
Yep, the same jail cell or same jail.
I didn't hear that one.
Same jail cell, same guards. I heard.
Yeah,
pass it on.
Weird. I don't know though. I mean,
what a coinkydink.
I've been wrong
He
before.
died from the baby oil.
Gee, that's a shame.
He was stockpiling baby oil for trade. Changed my mind.
How long until he's not with us?
Yeah, I give it 2 weeks tops.
Did you guys read the indictment at all?
The indictment, or the
Only part of it. Only the part about there being 1,000 bottles of lube that they took.
Yeah, and the 800 dildos and all that shit. But that's not illegal.
No, everybody has that in their house. It's fine. That's normal.
Excessive.
It's not illegal. I don't know. We'll see what shakes out. But
I mean, I certainly think Justin Bieber seems like he was some sort of victim in this whole thing.
Oh, he got raped for sure.
He was preyed upon by a ton of people in Hollywood.
Yeah. So sucks for him.
But you know what? Yeah, if I was a billionaire and I was single, yeah, I would have thousands of bottles of baby oil and lube.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I would have sex with Justin Bieber.
If I was a billionaire and single, yes, I would have with the bee.
Relations.
I mean, the Beeb was the hottest thing going for a minute.
Yeah.
If Clinton hugs you, she's saying goodbye, says Brian Knight. Okay. It's like the hug of death.
Probably.
the frazzle drip.
Shit, she brings death anywhere she goes.
Did Usher and Jay-Z kiss P. Diddy? Isn't Jay-Z P. Diddy, first of all, X-Adam 1? Jay-Z is the same thing as P. Diddy?
No.
No,
it's two different guys.
Wait a second.
Jay-Z's Beyonce's husband. You think
I forgot Jay-Z got some big ass lips.
that apparently shot red lights.
Either one said it, not me.
Oh, okay. No, I am mistaken. You're right. He looks terrible with dreads. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, his dread phase.
If you paid attention to Jay-Z and Beyonce for a couple of years now, they actually wear around hate symbols on their necks.
Well, not even that. They had a music video, right, with him and Diddy, and they were in Epstein's Island. Oh yeah, with Meek Mill too.
And then there's the one video where he did with the chick that do all the spirit cooking.
Yeah, I think one of the things a lot of people wear too is like necklaces, is the pedo symbols too, if I'm not mistaken.
And plus he got the Basquiat dreads.
The what dread?
The Basquiat.
What's
That's
that?
the artist, like that's that gay artist hairstyle. And he's doing the same hairstyle.
My dreads don't look like that.
All right.
Well,
Don't
that's-
tell him I said this on a live chat in front of like 100 people. But Van Drake kind of looked like P. Diddy a little bit.
He said somebody kept telling him that at his job. I was like,
You know what? Didn't somebody say that in the back check?
Yeah.
Somebody said it wasn't Honda. Was you?
No, that's the first time I've said it. I don't know. I just noticed that shit.
Nah, it was
No, what was old boy that was with us in the yesterday? It was me, you. I can't remember his name. He does the toy reviews.
Oh, you're talking
Collector
about
Express?
Yeah, Collector.
Yeah, it was just me, him, Sandrick, and Leo was talking.
Yeah, I think somebody mentioned that. Then
Puff
it kinda
Daddy
looks
likes
like the
puffing
Diddler.
on kid. God damn it, Mark Malone. Every time you say anything, it's like,
Why are you so fucking gay, Mark Malone? There you go.
I mean, it's not even about the Jews this time, man. And it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
I know one of my buddies.
It's because
Small
Mark
is your
Malone
penis,
is such
Mark
a fucking
Malone.
racist piece of shit, fucking scum of the earth that he can't help but tie the fucking Jews to everything because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's right, Mark Malone. Stick to the Jews.
Corey
you
really
tiny
hates
dick
Mark
motherfucker.
Malone.
Stay away from the blacks and the redheads.
Except for Leo. He likes that.
Yeah, go join Nick Freitas on a live chat.
Hey, maybe you guys can help me out with this billboard I've been trying to figure out. It's up in Connecticut. It says, remember when college was for losing your virginity and not your mind? And then at the bottom it says, JewBelong.org. Like, it's on a billboard right beside the road. It seems a little...
Most
Is it
people
spelled
fuck,
J-E-W?
seems in high school.
JEWBelong.org. Like,
Well,
I'm
let's look it
confused.
up.
What's going on?
Made me lost.
I mean, you could just go to
Let's type it in,
jewbelong.org.
Yeah.
Well, I just now thought about it when you guys started thinking about that.
No, it was Malone thinking about that, okay?
Somebody Google it real quick. I'm driving.
You don't have to be a Jew to protect
So I
you.
just Googled it.
Jewbelong.org.
It was actually .com that it redirected to.
Have you ever asked
Yeah.
yourself, why be Jewish? Us too. The short answer is that Judaism is somewhat easy and time-tested, like 5,000 years. Way to have meaning and connection to your life. But yeah, sometimes Judaism can be more complicated than your last girlfriend. That's where Jew Belong comes in. Think of us as a friendly, kind of funny kid in your geometry class who also explains in simple language without judgment only what you needed to know for the test. We provide straightforward explanations, readings, and rituals to help warm your heart.
Will
This
Smith
is getting
dating-
weirder the more I read.
Okay, hang on. News update. Justin Bieber exposes Will Smith, Diddy, and Clive Davis, whoever the fuck that is, for grooming him. He said,
He's like an
and
old
he
white
quote,
dude.
they made me eat their ass.
I've heard Will Smith's gay before.
He's
Davis
found some
is a
stuff.
record as that.
And then there was that thing about Justin Timberlake when he got his DUI.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the toxicology report on him. And they found that he had, I guess there's some cocktail of drugs that you can take now if you know that you're going to be having like sex with someone who has AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
That will protect you from getting AIDS. So like if you're going to have like a wild night of like fucking like hardcore gay sex in a fucking club with a bunch of fucking strangers,
Yeah, I think
you might
it's
want to
called
like
prep.
I mean, you can still get AIDS
you
from
might
not
want to
gay.
take your prep drugs or whatever before you go. And apparently he was on a bunch of prep drugs. So he's gay too, is what I took from that.
Yeah.
I mean, jury's out, but it seems that way. It's fine. I mean, it's just funny how like all of these people who are like in 2024 are still all secretive about it, which means that there's probably some degeneracy that they don't want people to know about, like some Bieber action or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody explained it a long time ago. Somebody explained it a long time ago. It might have even been you, Honda. It said about when you've got that much money, like just normal things don't excite you anymore. Like, big deal, go get a hooker. You know, I've got the prettiest hooker ever. Like, when you have that much money, you got to start doing some weird shit in order to keep it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you already
I like-
banged all the hottest women on the planet. Every supermodel, every actress, every singer, you done already had, for the most part. Now what? Okay, threesome. Okay, did it. Orgies.
It's a
Okay,
salad
did
toss.
it.
Beaver
Yeah.
eating
Now
out
what?
my ass. All right, check that box. You know.
Okay, see, just made 17. Ooh, kinky, spicy. Okay. Then it start to get weirder and weirder and more illegal, just to get your
Yeah,
money.
don't give me that much money.
Onan Fools dropped in 5 and said, Honda, do you think Hollywood/politics is really all about sex circles? No, I don't.
No.
However, I think that a big part of politics, and probably of Hollywood too, is this thing called blackmail. And one of the best ways to get blackmail on somebody is to catch them doing something sexually and then threatening to expose it. And whether that's you're married and I caught you cheating on your wife, or you have a public persona that's going to be completely ruined when we come out with all of this pedophile stuff, Mr. Tom Hanks, or whoever, you know. Not that I
That broke my heart when I heard about that.
Yeah. And it seems like so many of them are into it. It's like, well, is it that the people who get the big roles are all into like sex circles and shit like that? Or is it that the people who were into sex circles and shit like that who have blackmail on them get the roles? Like, is it causation? Or is there some other, you know what I mean? Like chicken or the egg? I'm not sure which it is, but it seems like the two things are synonymous. And same thing with positions of power. Like, you don't get to be in a position of power unless they got dirt on you. You know what that kind of sounds like? The mafia.
Gangs.
Yeah, the mafia.
Yeah.
When you get like inducted into the mafia, they would have you kill somebody or do something like that, and they would get evidence. They would have you dead to rights evidence, a picture of you killing the guy, the handgun, you know, whatever. And that way you knew that if you ever said anything or did anything that hurt the family or the whatever, you know, that they would fucking throw you under the bus and you would spend the rest of your life in prison or worse.
You're underwater.
It might be satirical, but I read in a Facebook comment on a post about Diddy that they allegedly at one of the parties they were bending over Carl Winslow from Family Matters. He was taken.
Oh, that one.
Not Carl Winslow.
Hey, Carl Winslow was broke. You got to pay up.
What about Urkel? Did they get Urkel too?
No.
Yeah, no one wanted Urkel. Like he showed
Pink and Usher have wiped their social media accounts.
Everyone's fucking child boner would go away when Urkel showed up. God damn it, what the fuck are we doing on this chat right now?
It's like Chrissy Teigen years ago when she wiped her shit after she admitted that her Obama and her husband John Legend all molested kids at the White House.
I think we just lost our Dasani fucking scholarship.
No, Matt left in time.
Scholarship.
You know what I meant.
I think Chrissy Teigen eats babies.
Oh boy.
There's something really strange going on about hot dogs and pizzas. They talk about Diddy parties ordering $60,000 worth of hot dogs and pizzas, and then they collect that to when Obama was in the White House. When he would have parties at the White House, there would be like $100,000 worth of hot dogs and pizzas.
Yep, I remember hearing about.
Oh, and there's definitely some connections supposedly between Diddy and Obama. Obama has supposedly been to Diddy's. Diddy has been hanging out with Obama. They've been to the parties. They've seen the things. They've done the stuff together. I mean, the rumor is, of course, if you guys don't know, that Obama's gay and has been the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no pictures of Michelle Obama ever being pregnant, which is kind of weird. Not saying she's a dude, but that's the other rumor is.
Oh, I'm saying she's a dude.
Well, all I'm saying is cloning is
her mother. Her mother left her house to her son Michael.
Well, that's another way to spell Michelle. All right, boys. Well, hey, we've been going almost 2 hours, and I think it is time to go ahead and shut this one down because it seems like we're going nowhere but bad places.
Make
And
sure
I think
you check out the Tactical Muffin Top trying to get to 500 subs. Everybody,
You didn't get one from that?
I got one. Yes,
You got one. Did you get any unsubs? Did anyone go to
I
Tactical
got
Muffin Top and
14 unsubs. Yes.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead, everybody, to Tactical Muffin Top's channel and unsub if you can.
Wait a minute.
Or if you haven't, go ahead and sub. We'll see which one wins, the subs or the unsubs.
I feel like I'm fucked.
And we'll get them to 500 eventually. It's that whole 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing, you know?
It's like 14 steps backwards. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, it's just one. Don't exaggerate, Muffin.
Yeah, just let us know when you got a chat going, man.
Oh, I do appreciate everybody for being here tonight. We'll see you next time. Sorry I missed the chat on Saturday. I actually accidentally took a nap. I fucking laid down like 2 hours before the chat was supposed to start. And I woke up an hour after it was supposed to be done. So there was no chat on Saturday, but I felt pretty well rested. Thank you very much.
It's Sunday.
Sunday,
you know what I meant.
Sunday.
This
I'll
Sunday.
be like that.
Sunday.
But we will see you all again on Sunday again. Oh, God. Daniel just dropped in another super chat. Trump just said he's going to prosecute Zuck for 2020.
No way. Nice.
He needs to keep his mouth shut and stop
I was just
telegraphing
thinking
what
that.
he's going to do.
Yeah, like shut the fuck up about like saying that right now. Not going to help shit.
Yeah.
Why would you tell the CIA you're going to like devastate them when you get in office? Why would you tell the FBI you're going to devastate them when you get in office? Keep your mouth shut and then do it when you get in office.
I love Trump, but
He's
sometimes
making
he
that.
says stuff.
He's making that Deadpool get bigger.
He says stuff he should just keep his mouth shut about. I agree. Anyway, I hope he does though. Honestly, fuck Zuckerberg. All right, deuces, y'all. Shut up, Ian Fridge, Trouba to Shabba to Nabba to Pressure, Batacat Care, Prek the Troops. 2 words, made in America. And no new wars. Oh, wait, that was Trump. All right, laters, y'all. Deuces.